Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to 31 Days of Halloween. Even though I've missed a couple of days, I was sick. And here I am showing you guys my manicure because I was so excited for that brown. It was like the perfect fall brown. And one of my favorite nail polishes is from Nails Inc. So here, like I've done in many looks, I'm just adding extra powder to catch any fallout that I'm going to do from my eyeshadow. And this paint pot, I feel like I have used this blue and this paint pot so much in different looks. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I feel like almost every time I've used blue, I've used this. So obviously, as you can tell, we are, well, by the title, we are doing Queen of Hearts, solely inspired by Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland. What I'm not really doing is her iconic eyeshadow and skinny brows. That's not what I'm doing because like I've been saying in every look, I want these to be very fun and glam. So I didn't want to do, I didn't want to do her like her eyeshadow shape, so to speak. The shimmer eyeshadow that I used is from Juvia's Place. Everything I used, I will link down below. I don't have any of their newer palettes because I don't, Juvia's Place is not a brand that I shop anymore, but I do have a lot. Like I remember I have a lot of their palettes that I bought a while back and when I used to get PR from them. And they're really, they're very pigmented. They're known for that. But here I am just sweeping the powder off and emphasizing my contours here just to take away from any powder look. And on to the next eye. You guys will see that I tried my best to make a spade on this eye. So I've mentioned in previous looks or in previous videos that I use a face chart just so I'm not like raw dogging it and then I mess up a look. I do a rough draft on a face chart of what I want my look to look like. And then you guys see me looking, I'm laughing to myself because I was like, this is when I realized like, duh, it's not gonna look the same on the face chart because I have skin. Like, especially where I'm drawing this. Like if I was drawing this on my cheek, it wouldn't give me a problem. I would get the shape like I said, with no problem. But because I'm doing it around my eye, I just didn't map I didn't map out the bottom well and then the top and how I wanted the shape to like I guess you could still tell, but the tail needed to be longer. I fixed it in the end, but it was just a funny thought to me because on the face chart it was just like perfect. And I was like, yeah, because it's just papers, it's a flat surface. I have skin that I have to adjust to make sure it lays well. And if I make a face and I relax my face, it's not gonna look the same. So I just was like, why didn't I think of this? Especially because I'm doing a specific kind of shape. Anyway, it ended up working itself out. So I wasn't really too worried about that. The pencil that I did use all over, that black jumbo pencil, was from the collaboration with Bridgerton and Pat McGrath. And it's really creamy. Oh my God, it was so creamy. And the black eyeshadow I used to set it is from a Norvina palette. I think, yes, it's from a Norvina palette. The palettes that I've used the most in these looks have been from Juvia's Place, the Norvina palette, because that palette has literally almost every color I've needed for a look, and the Pretty Grunge palette from Huda Beauty. Those three palettes, and I've used Danessa in a couple of looks too. I think I've used 2 different palettes from Danessa. But y'all, those 4 palettes have been holding me down. And here I thought I was like, oh, I'm gonna get to use all of the palettes, all of my palettes. I'm gonna get to rediscover palettes that I haven't used in a while. But I ended up, that's what happens, especially that Norvina palette, y'all. It has almost all the colors I need. Anyways, except neutrals. But then I have palettes that have neutrals. So with this look, you can see I was really happy when I took that sticker off. What I was going for was like more of a negative space. I didn't want to like draw a heart, like a big old heart, because I could have just done where I did the spade. I could have just done hearts on both eyes and call it a day, or I could have done her exact makeup look. But I just feel like a lot of the times for Halloween, 9 times out of 10, when we see your outfit, we know what character you are. So I kind of want to not stick to what the makeup is supposed to quote unquote look like, especially from a character like this that people know. I didn't want to do her exaggerated eyeshadow and her extremely, extremely thin brows, but I still wanted to keep it like when you see it, you know. That's why I kind of did the spade. I still took inspiration from her eyeshadow color. And like I know it's Queen of Hearts. So I went with little hearts instead of just a big old heart, either all over my face. Because I thought about that at first. I was like, but you know, a lot of those things, sometimes some people are like, I'm not doing that. That's too much work. And I wanted something that would be very simple. I just used the sticker to stick the, stick the stickers in different parts of my face. I used different sizes. And I didn't want it to overcrowd my face as well. That's why I used like, I think maybe 4 or 5 on each cheek, on each side. I just didn't want it to be like all over my face. It's the same reason why I didn't want it to be a big old, just a heart on my face. And I think this would be simple. I just used eyeshadow to shade over the sticker, and I wanted to create negative space. Some of them I added, these gemstones, as you can see here on my chin. And I'm sorry that I was a little too close to the camera, so like the you can't really see my chin when I was applying it. But for some of these, I didn't use the gemstones on all of them. I wanted some to be by themselves. I wanted pinks too, but I ended up not liking the way this pink was going, so I just left it as is. I went back in with the red eyeshadow just to go around it and dab on top of it to just subdue it a little bit. I go around all the other hearts to emphasize the red, but I really I really like just the negative space of the hearts. That's exactly what I was going for, and I really, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I really love it. If your chest is gonna show, I would say you can also do these as well, like stickers. If I was going as this character, I would just do exact same thing I did on my face with the heart stickers. I would just put them on my skin and shade around it, like on top of it red, so we have that negative space. It's really just so cute to me. And then we're doing kind of like her iconic heart-shaped lip. What I should have done here was use a lighter concealer on my foundation to completely like just block out my lips, but it will still give that shape. I did that earlier with my foundation, but it will still give that shape because I have naturally big plumpy lips, so there's no hiding it. It's just isn't. So I ended up liking the way it looked anyway. And adding lashes, y'all know I always feel like a lot of these looks, lashes always add that extra little oomph. And I'm sure here I'm just waiting for the lash glue to dry for the other lash before I apply it. I didn't do anything extra on my face. I just here, once this was done and adding bottom mascara to my look, this ended up being the finished look, and I added that little, the little iconic dot there. And this is it. Thank you so much for watching. Again, thank you for you guys' patience while I recover from my little seasonal cold. And you'll see me tomorrow.